And welcome back. And welcome to This Week in Anime History. Wow. No, that's not where we are. This. Hi.
How you doing, Brett?
How are you feeling, bud?
Everything okay?
You
You changed the background and everything's gone.
Yeah. Gosh. Okay. Yeah. Gone. Just brain's gone. Just not. Just okay. It's time for the anime news for the week of May 22nd, 2022. That'll do. It's fine. It's all fine down here. How are you?
Well, okay.
So, creating an anime, not an easy task, as three Japanese comedians are about to find out. What could go wrong? Fuji TV has announced an upcoming variety show titled Entertainer Anime Director that will center on comedians becoming anime directors to create their own anime shorts.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Each comedian will play.
Will there
short.
be anime?
Well, I mean, there'll be something.
Yeah. There'll be a work product at the end, no doubt.
Each comedian
Bird
will,
Up Part 2.
yeah. Each comedian will plan their short, design the characters, check the storyboards, decide the cast, and attend recording sessions. The actual animation itself, of course, will be held by pros, with Toei Animation and Orange both working on the project. Short previews have already been posted on Toei's YouTube channel for those who'd like to check them out. I don't know. I'm hopeful. Like this seems like it can make some fun stuff, right? Like,
Well, I mean, if they're comedians, they already have a means of managing their own stage presence and like what they need to do their thing. So, it'll just be interesting when it comes into like, how are they going to decide the cast and what kind of skills are they bringing to like checking storyboards? Just a continuity kind of thing, or are they going to have somebody alongside to be like, well, you see, this has to be like that because of this particular reason, that to guide them, or they're just going to like fire them off and be like, they don't really know. Let's sit back and watch. Like, I could see the humor in that. I really could.
Absolutely. And it is a variety show. It's not just a segment. Like it's a whole thing. It's basically a reality TV show. So it could go a lot of different ways, I guess.
Yeah, yes, it could.
Yeah. Iron Animators. I like that. That'd be better name.
Yeah.
A good crossover of favorite media properties is always fun, especially when it draws from works like those of legendary director Hideaki Anno. The Shin Japan Heroes Universe collaboration project combines, get this, Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, Shin Kamen Rider, and Evangelion 3.0 1.0. Which, in fairness, has Shin in its Japanese title because it's Shin Kekkoban, whatever. As of this week, the project is planning to really bring fans into its world with the upcoming Shin Japan Heroes Amusement World mini theme park space, which will open in 3 Bandai Namco stores for a limited time and provide interactive attractions and games. There is an Operation Shin 765 attraction, which imagines a scenario where Godzilla, Angels from Evangelion, a kaiju from Ultraman, and the evil organization Shocker from Kamen Rider all attack at once.
This is the glorious dream of somebody who writes fan fiction.
Yes!
Exactly.
Visitors are
It's too insane to believe.
Visitors are put in the role of a presumably extremely stressed agent of the global unknown event keepers, who must complete various missions to proceed through this scenario. Other attractions will include like a puzzle game, VR experiences, so forth and so on. Like, I want to be a fly on the boardroom wall when whoever was proposing this. The Shin Cinematic Universe, apparently.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, stay in your seats. I have an idea. Don't be drinking anything or eating anything when I say this. Here we go.
Probably everyone was sitting in their chairs and they heard the idea and they just like they felt like their brain being pushed to the back of their skull and they're just like, I think I have to say yes. We got to make this hurt. Stop.
I have one
fine.
word for all of you: synergy.
There's no way this could possibly go wrong. Okay. Here we
I
go.
know. It'll be interesting.
Undoubtedly.
Well, here's the thing. Here's why I'm smiling at this. You know, you hear all these things, and then they announce an attraction where it's like, yeah, no, we're throwing all of them together in the same universe, all in the same thing. I'm like, yes, that's what we all want to see. Like, you know us. You got that right. So, it's open.
I'm hoping when this mini amusement park opens that nobody violates any kind of like anti-filming rules or restrictions, but that there's like a film through of like how this experience goes, because I would love to see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like people walk in, they walk out, their hair's all spiked out, eyes bugged out. They're just going, I don't know, but thank you.
It was everything I could never have asked for.
Exactly.
Oh, cool.
Now, okay. Shonen. Let's talk shonen anime for a second.
Okay.
Shonen anime can be very motivational, right? People love getting behind shonen anime. Great motivation for getting in shape. There are definitely people out there who are like, I'm watching Dragon Ball. I saw all these fighters, and it really got me pumped up. What better franchise to bring that motivation into the real world than One Piece? Announced this week, a place for fans to get ripped while they're leaving the comfort of their anime world. A One Piece inspired fitness gym. The One Piece Fitness Brag Men facility is granted named for an adventure tale that appears in the 13th volume of the manga, but is set to open in Shibuya next year. The training room will, of course, have One Piece theming, complete with trainers dressed up as naval officers.
I just have images of Otaku running on treadmills, screaming, flying off like, Senpai!
Meanwhile, while Admiral Nelson is like walking around.
There'll also be a pirate school for any elementary school age children who show up to take part in the thing.
See, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see. That's fun.
Yeah.
But a gym? I mean, like, you want to be like Luffy. You want to be like Luffy. No, actually, I don't.
If anything, gum fruit. I mean, that's the only way I see how to train like this. I agree with you, Steve. I could see this really being like a good kids thing where it's like promoting the idea of like get out and get healthy and make sure that you're getting your cardio and keeping aware of things.
Right.
Versus most of the adults. Wow, yeah, this is going to be a really interesting like when they open the door. What's that going to look like inside?
Does anyone else remember Mouser Size?
Oh God, yes.
Oh.
Oh wow.
There's precedent.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
No, you just accessed the corner of my brain that went dark a long time ago. Oh, Jesus.
Oh. That's around the same time as you got like Donald Duck with Disco Duck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh dear goodness.
Oh, God, it's in my head.
Disco Duck. Oh, my.
Uh-huh.
From the dark, evil history of the past.
Okay, so let's come back to crossovers. Okay, had our fun. Car racing, very exciting, high energy, great. The increase of racing fans camping out at Fuji Speedway during the Fuji SuperTech 24-hour race has led to a collaboration.
I was scared.
Yep.
I was scared.
The new collaboration between the Speedway and Laid Back Camp
Oh,
will feature a number of crossover goods, including some very cute safety signs.
Tailgating.
Tailgating, yes, exactly. It's tailgating.
Tailgating. We're gonna do it. Oh, here's a cute anime about tailgating. Here's some Budweiser brought Ross to get drunk, throw up in the back, and go and wander around the raceway.
Rin trades in her scooter for like a stock car.
Nadeshko just wanders out onto the track.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
God. No.
The serene camping joy of being in the middle of a Formula One racetrack. Awesome.
Oh my God! And the girls go around the corner to find a guy leaning up against the wall, going, "What? Can't I have a little privacy here? Come on."
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
There'll be some safety signs you can place in your own car, and photo spots on the track, cars with decals from the anime. So we will actually have laid back Itasha on the raceway, which I can't wait to see.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh boy.
I mean, there is, now you put it that way, there is a kind of fun aspect to this, but still, I mean, the first image is just like, look, I went to the HF festivals. Those were just horrible urine soaked bits. I mean, that was just.
No one to see laid back camp end up like that.
Exactly.
But I mean, we've already seen Musume Derby girl as Top
Yeah,
Gun.
it's true.
So
Anything's
crossovers a go. Here we are.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I completely agree, John and Chat. What I want is a bunch of is a scooter race on the track. Everyone gets out their scooters.
Oh, how lovely.
I would so do it.
Yeah, I know.
I would so do it.
Oh, can we get a crossover with Super Cub too? Because I'd love to see a Honda Super Cub there.
Nice.
Okay.
Absolutely. We're not done yet with crossovers.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Another delivery food anime collab has been announced in Japan. This one from Pizza Hut, celebrating the release of the Quintessential Quintuplets movie. Okay. The boxes of the My Box, right past that, single meal packs will feature a new illustration of the girls in Pizza Hut uniforms, of course, and include a personal pizza and a few side options. Only the personal pizza boxes are listed for the collab thus far, so it seems Pizza Hut assumes that whoever's ordering a pizza is not sharing it, which, I mean, fair. So get ready for the social media posts of folks who have like 10, boxes stacked, because of course they went and did that.
Right.
But why not?
So I'm just going to assume that the personal pizza, so that every time you get a pizza, you get that specific girl's box.
No,
just
there's just one illustration. If you order their box, you will get a single a personal pizza.
So if you get all of their boxes, you get all the characters.
No, you just get one box to eat. Yeah, sorry guys.
It's like looking at a 14-year-old kid again.
True. So yeah, there's just one box you can buy, which has the illustration on it, and then you order that, and then you have that.
You have your illustrated
And
box.
you just have a really good night.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm so glad I wasn't drinking anything. Sorry.
You don't have to worry about the rain getting on the computer, Steve, when you just spit out your drink on the computer.
Oh my
So
God.
I know there was the Code Geass Pizza Hut collab. I don't know if Pizza Hut has done a lot of these anime collabs, but it's certainly a couple. So I don't know if there's kind of a general thing or not, but or what's going on there, but it's fine.
I find it very interesting. Like Pizza Hut seems to be very robust everywhere, but like here,
Yeah.
because our Pizza Hut that was like less than half a mile away from me went like gone.
Yeah,
not
they're
like
now-
remodeled. They're shrinking and disappearing.
Yeah. They're the only Pizza Hut structure that I know of, and it's gone. It's just the building is there. It's off of Route 40 up here. That's like 20 minutes away. But yeah, it's gone. There's no Pizza Hut. Actually, no, I take that back. There's one Pizza Hut in Montgomery County there.
Yeah, it's like they shrunk back the business, and yet here's Pizza Hut apparently in Japan is doing, doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Good on them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, moving on. Previous news items have proven that Japan can turn just about any manga into a musical. And this week's news announcement is no exception. A stage play musical is coming this summer based on Osamu Tezuka's revenge suspense manga Alabaster, which I had never heard of before. But it's very Tezuka. The story stars a famous athlete turned infamous villain, James Block, who seeks revenge against all things beautiful because he meets a mad scientist in prison who created the F-laser that turns any living organism invisible. But when James is released, he tries the laser on himself, but only makes his skin invisible. So he takes the new alias of Alabaster and sets out on a vicious revenge spree, along with the mad scientist's granddaughter, who's turned fully invisible with the beam.
Huh.
Yeah.
And this is a stage play musical.
Yep. Uh-huh.
You
I can't think of anything.
can see my colon.
This is a 1970 manga. It was Kickstarter funded in American localization in 2015. So it is available if you want to check that out.
Wow.
I don't know how you... I mean, at least they will cut down on the number of cast. Because the granddaughter, that's easy.
Yeah.
Just
Just had the voice from off stage.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. That's fine. We do have some anime announcements. Yay! Love anime announcements. Adult Swim announced two upcoming anime series this week. Rick and Morty, the anime.
Yeah, I saw that. Jeez.
And original work, Ninja Kamui. Director of Tower of God is going to direct the Rick and Morty anime, which will be an original story featuring adapted themes and events from the main animated series. I'm not sure if Dan Harmon or anyone's going to be involved in that. Ninja Kamui features action adventure, direction by Sung-Hoo Park of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Wow.
Character designs by Takeshi Okazaki, who also designed characters for Afro Samurai and Star Wars Visions.
Wow. Okay.
Anime follows a former ninja, Joe, who is forced back into the shadow world after attacking his family as he pits his ancient skills against 21st century high-tech weaponry.
Dun, dun, dun.
Very Adult Swim, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll be very curious to see the one from the Tower of God director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because Tower of God was a interesting show,
yeah.
visually and just story wise.
Yeah.
And
And is that the one? Was that the one with that was like Death Note-ish?
no,
No. What am I?
this one is literally like you start off at the base of some unknown tower because you don't really see outside of the tower, and you have to challenge your way up the tower.
Okay.
And there's intrigue and backbiting and betrayal, and it's a visually very interesting style. The pacing, even though you're having fights, they're fighting each other to do things. The pacing was a little weird because it didn't really seem to be. It didn't seem to have any sort of like gravity. What's going on? Like we have to do the thing. It's like no, we're heading towards a goal. We're just kind of getting there, step by step. We're just getting there, and then there's not been any more of it, and it's been at least a couple 3 years.
Yeah, a little while. And I know that was based on a really popular, I think, web manga. Or web comic of some sort. So who knows how much of that was trying to adapt that closely, or if that was kind of the director's preference. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything else about it since. So
yeah, that was. I mean, we were that was big when it came out. It seemed to just kind of vanish. Like a month later, no one was talking about it.
Well, it's interesting that Adult Swim has this going on because Crunchyroll, for reasons I don't understand, had like a sale. It was the pre-Memorial Day sale, so they sent a little email in there is a Tower of God T-shirt,
Oh, interesting.
and I'm like, huh? Like, that's really like that would be like putting a Ranma 1/2. You know what I mean? Where it's like, boy, that's really bringing something out that is a little older, and I don't think
Right.
people are in their consciousness at this moment. And it's like, that's really interesting that you got that in there. I'm like, okay.
Wasn't that a Crunchyroll like original thing?
Yes.
Okay,
Tower of God
yeah.
was, and
Yeah.
God of High School. They were
Yeah,
both
yeah,
Crunchy
yeah.
originals. But it's like, at the time, they had those T-shirts.
Yeah.
And then once that series was done, it was all gone. So unless this was like, oh, hey, look, we found a box in the back of the warehouse.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's also possible that they ordered a lot of shirts.
That I
Sold some of
wouldn't
them,
doubt.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Let's see here. The Token Ranbu Sword Boy franchise is expanding again. This time with a spin-off of a spin-off. An anime has been announced based on the franchise's first non-musical stage play, which debuted in 2016. Plays, director, and player will return to oversee it, which will follow. Oh, we already talked about this. It'll follow the Oda Nobunaga sword.
yeah.
That one. Yeah, that's the thing. Square Enix announced this week that the maid I hired recently is Mysterious. The manga is inspiring a TV anime. This is by Wakami Konbu, who did The Great Jahi Will Not Be Defeated. And much of the staff of that is coming back for the anime, including director and music composers. So that's cool.
Which I liked Jahe. It was a cute show. It didn't get a lot of particular attention, the anime wise, but I think it was a sort of like Gabriel Dropout kind of thing, where it's like it was an enjoyable show. It wasn't a wow kind of show, but it was like very solid in the animation, very solid in the acting. Very, it's like, okay, so I'm excited to see this. I want to see how this one.
Definitely.
Can it be Noelle? Can Noelle be the maid?
Hey, that's a good way.
Our Genshin anime.
Is she secretly an assassin? That's my question.
Ooh.
Now, earlier, Steve was mentioning Goku Midnight Eye, which put me in mind of 80s sort of special agent manga. A second spin-off manga has been announced for the long-running Gogo 13 manga.
Ooh.
Kind of a similar kind of a thing, to debut in Becoming Zokan's July 15th issue. The announcement featured a silhouette of the new main character, teased as a girl who is popular and well-known among the fans of the original manga.
Ancient
I remember
icon.
that, but that's cool. A couple more announcements came out this week regarding Makoto Shinkai's upcoming new film, Suzume no Tojimari. Which will be released on November 11th in Japan. Crunchyroll, Sony Pictures, and Wild Bunch announced this week that they will release the film worldwide except in Asia early next year. The film's official website also announced it will have a novelization penned by Shinkai himself, as many of his previous films have.
Oh wow.
And the novel will ship August 24th. So if you want a hint of what's coming up for that, you can get that. This week also brings good news for U.S. Macross fans. We don't get a lot of news. That's cool. Fathom Events will be screening 2 Macross Frontier films in the U.S. in June. Macross Frontier: The False Songstress, which is an alternative retelling of Macross Frontier TV anime, will screen June 16th, and the sequel film The Wings of Farewell will screen on June 30th, both in Japanese with English subtitles. So, Macross fans, take note.
June 16, June 30.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm looking at my
kidding
calendar.
me? Thursdays? Oh, you.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to get folks in those quieter days.
Yeah, but it also happens to be the days I can't get there.
You don't have to go to work.
Yeah, I can just not work. I'm going to be gone for the next couple of weeks on Thursdays.
There we go.
Just
Yeah, yeah.
hold the fort down.
Yeah. I'm gonna be sick in a month.
In a
I'm
month.
dead.
And 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
2 new anime-based video games were revealed this week. Along with the reveal of its 3rd season, the Fire Force franchise announced an original smartphone game, Fire Force Flame Dance.
Is it a rhythm dance game?
Probably. It'll be free to play with optional transactions. Of course. Video game is also in the works for the Prince of Tennis 2 franchise. This one for the Switch. It's described as a documentary adventure game. Prince of Tennis 2 Let's Go Daily Life from Rising Beat. That is the actual title. Comes out this fall. We'll tell a brand new original story featuring fully voiced dialogue from 62 different characters in the Prince of Tennis universe.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is... I mean, by RPG standards, it's nothing, right? But by most game standards, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And finally, speaking of video games, more info about several upcoming Gundam games is on the way next week in the form of the special Gundam Game Fest live stream, taking place May 26th, 3 p.m. Pacific time, which will bring exclusive news about SD Gundam Battle Alliance, Gundam Evolution, and the Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2 games. So, video gamers, take note. You're interested in those. More news on those coming in a couple days.
Excuse me.
Nice.
Yeah. That's all the news for this week. Thanks for watching. See you all next week.